Hello, Digital Citizenship, and welcome to the end of your course for this school year. Today is Tuesday, June 2nd, and the newest thing we're going to do is the KidSafe online poster. So our learning objective is that you'll be able to create a poster to illustrate safe use of digital technology in a positive manner. So you'll notice when you go into Schoology, you have a folder, and the name of the folder is the end of course checklist. Please follow the checklist in Schoology to make sure that you've got everything done. All right, so the checklist looks like this, things you need to do. Try this. That was our assignment for last Thursday. That's a website evaluation. That counts as a quiz grade. If you haven't finished that yet, it is now past due, so you should try to get that done today. Today, you'll need to do the end of course survey and reflection. That is due today, Tuesday. And I'm also going to review the rules and guidelines for a KidSafe online poster, which will count as a classwork grade. You have until Tuesday, June 9th to turn that in. KidSafe Online is actually a contest that is run by New York State. We will not be entering in this contest because it has to be in by December, and our entries won't be in on time. But I still am going to have you complete a poster. This will count as a classwork grade, which is 25% of your grade. Your poster will be evaluated on creativity, originality, quality, concept, and adherence to technical specs. Basically, how well you followed the rules. And it is due on Tuesday, June 9th, 2020. You may have noticed in the updates, in your announcements for today, that grades have to be in Monday morning, June 15th. So you need to get everything in by Friday, June 12th in order for it to count. So here we are in Schoology, and I'm going to scroll down, and you'll see the folder June 2nd to June 9th, 2020, and of course checklist. Please work through the materials in this folder to complete this Digital Citizenship 8 course. So once you've got all of these things done and all of your back work, you're finished for this school year. So if you haven't done the website evaluation called Try This, that counts as a quiz grade and it's already past due. So get that done. Next thing you need to do is the end of course survey. And when we open up this folder, it will be apparent on how you can complete that. That's what you need to do for today. And once you finish those two things, you're going to start thinking about your KidSafe online poster. And I'll go over the rules for that in just a little bit. That is due Tuesday, June 9th. All right, so let's go ahead and open up this folder. And you see you have 3 assignments in here. The first one is to watch my instructional video, which you're doing right now. And when you're finished, I just want some sort of response here. Make a submission, just write the word done and submit it so that I know that you've watched the video. So once you've watched the video, you're going to move on to step 2, which is the end of course survey reflection. So it says use the link below to complete the Digital Citizenship 8 survey and reflection. The reason it's a survey and reflection is because I'm getting your feedback on some things, but it's also a reflection and you will be writing a paragraph of 4 to 6 sentences. So make sure you answer all the questions thoroughly and honestly, as this does count as a class activities grade. Now you're not being graded on the answers that you give, but you are being graded on providing thoughtful feedback. All right, and then finally, once you're done with that, you're going to start thinking about your KidSafe online poster. So in here it says, please submit your KidSafe online poster here. So you'll be making a submission. Be sure to review the poster rules, which we'll go over in just a second, and the rubric. And here is the rubric. So it counts as 60 points of classwork grade. So you'll notice that the criteria on the rubric, creativity and originality. So yours doesn't look like something you've seen before. It's something new and original that you created. Quality, the text is dark and large enough so that I can read it. And it's neatly done and pleasing to the eye. The concept, you've illustrated the safe use of the internet or your mobile device in a positive manner, and it portrays a digital citizenship topic that we covered in this class. You'll notice that the poster rules have a couple of other topics that we haven't covered in this class. Please only use topics that we have covered. And adherence to technical specs, these are outlined in these poster rules. So let's go ahead and take a look at the KidSafe Online poster rules. So getting started, poster art should illustrate the safe use of the internet or mobile devices in a positive manner. Create original artwork that demonstrates one of the following concepts. So interacting with others and not bullying or threatening others on the internet, not giving out personal information on the internet, only visiting safe websites, being cautious with email. Now this malicious code, we didn't really talk about that. We didn't talk a lot about online gaming, but we did talk about protecting ourselves against identity theft. We've talked a little bit about social networking. Any other concept that we've covered in class is okay to use. And there's some suggested topics here. Again, if we haven't discussed those in this class, please don't use those. Technical specs. All right, so it's original hand-drawn. You can hand draw it and submit that, or if you know of some sort of electronic drawing software, you're welcome to use that as well. Electronic submissions should not use clip art or pre-made images. So if you are using electronic submission, you're drawing everything. All text should be dark and large enough to read. A variety of media may be used, such as watercolor, pen and ink, crayon, markers. Brighter colors reproduce better. Light pencil marks don't show up. So I realize that you're home and you may be limited in the materials that you have. I would like to see color. I am giving you plenty of time to do this. You have a whole week. So if you have colored pencils at home or colored pens or anything with color, I would like to see a color poster. If you don't and you can only use a pencil, that's fine. Just make sure that the pencil marks aren't so light that it would make it hard for me to read. You will receive a deduction if they were. The layout, this is mandatory, is landscape format. So this document that we're looking at right now, this is portrait format because the long way is up. This is asking you to do landscape format. So if you turn this paper on its side and it was the long way, that's landscape, and you are required to use landscape format. So that means it's 11 inches wide and 8.5 inches high. It's the long way. Don't send any artwork that contains trademarked or copyrighted images or brands. Examples include clip art, Disney characters, Dell, Google, Twitter, Facebook, etc. And I know that you might be tempted to use those in your posters, especially like Facebook or Google, but just make up your own word. I think we used MySpace or sorry, not MySpace. I think it was MyFace or something like that. Just make up something instead of using the copyrighted images. And copyright is one of the things that we talked about. So you should already know that you shouldn't be using copyrighted images without permission. So don't put any personal identifying information on the front of the poster. You don't need to put your name on it because I'll have your name in the submission. You may talk to your parent or another adult about this, but that would be minimal support. Obviously, maybe some suggestions, some ideas. You might have your parent or another adult take a look at what you're doing. Do make sure that you do a rough draft in light pencil first before you go ahead and go all out. Take a little time at this, all right? Again, you have a whole week to do it. But no professional or a lot of assistance is allowed. This should be mostly your work, not your parents' work or someone else's work. So it's okay to run ideas by somebody, but please make sure you're submitting your own work. Once you're done with your poster, you're going to submit it here. Make sure you check your rubric and the rules to make sure you followed them all. And you're done for Digital Citizenship 8. So I hope everyone has a wonderful summer. And if you have any questions at all, feel free to message me at any time. please use the time that we have to make up any back work that you owe. It shouldn't be very hard in this class to get a P+ or passing with distinction. To me, that just means you made a really good effort to finish every single assignment that we've had, and you've done it to the best of your ability. So I hope to hear from you all soon. I can't wait to see your posters. If you have any questions, please let me know, and have a wonderful week.